On March 23, 1970, FBI agents stopped a car on 48th Street and 14th Avenue in Brooklyn that was carrying a man and two women. One was his wife and the other his daughter-in-law. They pulled the man out and placed him under arrest. This wasn't some ordinary citizen they took into custody. His name was Carlo Gambino, 67 years old, and the head of a crime family that bared his name. He was first driven to the FBI's Manhattan office, and following the formalities, they transferred him to the federal courthouse in Foley Square to be arraigned. During his arraignment, the complaint was read, and Gambino was charged with conspiring with others, a robbery crew out of Boston in particular, to rob an armored car in New York City. When the name John Kelly, also known as Irish Red Kelly, a known Boston thief, was mentioned in the complaint, Gambino just smiled. Kelly was picked up on another robbery, began cooperating, and implicated Gambino in the alleged armored car plot. Initially, the prosecutor requested a $100,000 bail, but the judge set bail at $75,000. And for the first time, Gambino displayed emotion and blurted out, "I'll stay in jail. I won't put up 5 cents for bail." His lawyer, Edward Innes, tried to tell him, "You're not well enough to stay in jail." But Gambino remained adamant, "I stay in jail." Innes asked the judge, "Let me speak to his son, Your Honor." But this angered Gambino even more. "Don't talk to my son. I stay in jail." His son Thomas, consequently, did speak with his father in the courtroom, and Gambino finally agreed to the bail. The indictment said he conspired to rob an armored car containing millions of dollars. His part of the robbery would be providing the cars used for the robbery and disposing of large bills without attracting attention. Gambino ultimately never faced trial due to health issues. John Kelly would go on to testify against Providence, Rhode Island boss Raymond Patriarca, in which he tied him to murders. Patriarca, consequently, was convicted of conspiracy to murder and received a 10-year sentence. As for Kelly, he went into the witness protection program, where he remained until his death in February of 2000. Personally, I find it very hard to believe that Gambino was involved with a robbery crew out of Boston. Let's face it, he was the boss of a family who, by the way, were committing their own robberies and hijackings that he received tributes from. So it's more than likely that Kelly used Gambino's name, or the slimy FBI suggested that he implicate Gambino.